Good morning. Oh, so I need to get ready. I was supposed to get up at 5 o'clock today to do all the stuff I need to do, and a girl is sleepy. I don't know what it is. I need to look into it, but it's 9:14. Hopefully I can get ready in like 20-ish minutes. Hello, if you don't know me, my name is Latera Ware. I'm a multimedia content creator here across the various platforms on the internet, on the tube, on Instagram, on X, on everything. So go follow me there. And also recently on Facebook, I've been posting my content there for the girlies who, myself, I'm not a TikTok girly, so I feel like there's probably other people who aren't girlies of other mainstream forums, and I feel like Facebook isn't a super mainstream form of content for people my age, but whatever. Welcome to another episode of Vlogmas. I am going to get ready with you guys while we go through all of my protective styles, and I just kind of tell you guys about winterizing your hair. I'm going to be using this Paradomics toothpaste. When I say winterizing your hair, this is basically coming in because it is just very coincidental that at the end of the year, winter is also the same time when the new year is coming around and the people are trying to lock in. Part of locking in for me is just understanding all the things that I want to do in the next year, and that's going to be something that helps me just set my goals. I'm using the Grwm disposable tongue scraper and the Grwm floss. That's super important. Personally, it's super important because if you don't know what you want to do, you don't know how to plan for what you want to do, and planning, success takes planning. Success takes planning, and a part of planning and knowing that is just key. So let's get that little factoid debated right here, right now. For me specifically, my hair care is something that I need to start worrying about in the winter time, because I don't know if it's just my brain crashing or these last couple of winters have been some of the most transformative winters of my life or what, but that's when a lot of stuff starts happening for me and a lot of shit starts shaking. I'm using the CeraVe Renewing RA Cleanser. I always find myself looking at my hair care, looking at the things that I've done with my hair, and then just kind of like deciding what I want to do in the upcoming year. An example of that would be, I've been thinking about silk pressing my hair for so long, and I think that is just going to require a lot more time and prep for me specifically because of the type of content I make, as well as if I do that damage to my hair and stuff, I want it to last. In the last couple of winters, it has been very rainy during the winter time. So if that is something that I wanted to do for like a style in a way, it wouldn't be too smart for me. So it wouldn't be a great winter style. And when you're thinking about winterizing your hair, you always want to make sure that you are doing the best things that's going to give you the best possible hair going forward. And that's all winterizing your hair really is. Truly, what I define to be winterizing your hair is a way to effectively protect your hair during the winter without taking anything from it so it can maintain its same health and consistency, right? That's what I mean when I say winterizing your hair. A way to do that, my favorite way to do that, is by using protective styles. I say that all the time. I love a good protective style. It doesn't matter what your protective style is, because some protective styles can be more harmful than helpful and such and such. So in this, I wanted to go through with you guys my protective styles and tell you which ones I would and wouldn't recommend and what I learned from them. I've made so many videos about how to protect your hair during the winter and stuff like that, and so if you're interested in more of that, then go find that video. I'll try and have it linked or right up here or down in the description. Speaking of that, if you guys have not, if you like this content, if you like content like this, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you get notified when I post. Be part of our village, be part of our family, and if you want to stalk and stick around, all my social media will be right here, as well as in the description below. So we're gonna go down the list, girl. I'm gonna have to go to my Instagram to see all of my protective styles because I don't know where all the photos are in my photo gallery. I have a very interesting relationship with protective styles because My mom used to get my hair braided for me when I was little, and then I'm very tender-headed, like very, very tender-headed, and so because of that, I would never really want to get my hair done, like braided at least, whatever. I started getting my hair braided again in circa 2019, 2020 time. And I only started doing this because my cousin, Haley, hi girl, love you, miss you, she does my hair for me. And honestly, she's the only person who I trust to do my hair for me. And this is because of, you know, that crazy voodoo-ish, not actual voodoo, but one time I was talking to my granny and she told me that she went to go get her hair done by some people, and then they did her hair and then her hair started falling out and then it never grew back in the same again, and I don't want that to happen to me. With all that being said, my cousin Haley, she does my hair. She does an amazing job on my hair. She's light-handed. She takes her time. She always makes sure that it's like tea, right? I've never not gotten a compliment when my cousin has done my hair. Literally anytime she does my hair, everyone tells me it looks phenomenal. And an upside to that is that having a protective style is fun because you don't really have to do a lot of upkeep with your hair, and you kind of get a fun little see how long your hair is growing, all that kind of stuff, and that's super cool. So my cousin, the first style that she ever did on me were passion twist. Passion twist is one of those styles that I definitely rate a solid 10 out of 10. If you are someone who is looking to get into natural hairstyles or natural protective styles and you don't know where to start, that was my first start of just kind of like adding in a bunch of hair to my head and just seeing like the heaviness of it, the feel of it, if it was gonna break me out, how long I could keep the style in. And with this style, I believe I got it like 2 or 3 times, and both times I left the hair in for at least a month. There was very minimal shedding. I took care of my hair during the time that it's in, and usually with most of my protective styles I take care of them while they're in so I don't have like a lot of breakage and stuff, because the point is to maintain your hair, right? That style lasted a great long time. It was great for me and I would recommend it to anyone. My next style after the passion twist era, that lasted for maybe like 2-3 years, right? And I wasn't getting my hair braided or anything like every 2 months or anything. So my next style that I got was, do you guys remember these? Tell me what era you joined in from or what era you remember me from if you've seen me with my hair in any of these protective styles. Also, I think that's super cool. The faux locks. I loved her. The faux lock situation, she was great. She took incredibly long. For the length, it was not a super long style, and I want to say it took at least like 12 hours to finish. It is a very time-consuming style, so be forewarned. Also, when you are getting faux locks, it is a lot harder to know like where to cut your hair because you can like actually see it, and then the hair is also wrapped and intertwined around. So that is something that I would definitely be cautious about. I would say that it was a really good style. Like overall, I don't have a bunch of gripes. I got good compliments on it. I really liked it. I thought it was fun. There's not a lot of diversity that you can have with that style though, unfortunately, because the locks are kind of thick, or my locks were kind of thick, I should say. So there wasn't a lot of style diversity that I had. It let me do the quick 1-2s, ups and downs that I needed to do. So that was that. Then when it came to taking them out was such a hassle. So if I was to rate that style, I would give it a solid 6 out of 10. No, I'm gonna give it a solid 7 out of 10. The maintenance was good, the style looked good, the takeout process and the put in process were just horrible. Moving forward, my next style was this baddie. She was the black boho knotless that I did. This was my first experience with boho in general. I love a good boho in theory. I love a good boho on the girls. I think it was just one of those things where I did not like a good boho on me. Like, I love the way it looks on me because I've also gotten it again to test the waters moving forward. In practice, the boho is just, it's so hard to manage. It gets so knotted, and then at a point with this style specifically, it really just had me putting my hair up quite often, to be honest with you. I was putting my hair up very often just because it was kind of unmanageable and kind of because I didn't know what to do with it all the way, if that makes sense. It was very just like, yeah, it was great for the first like, oh my God, I'm almost out of my oil. It was great for the first couple of weeks, and literally couple, like 2 weeks, maybe not even that, maybe a week and a half. So, because of that, I would have to recommend the boho style a solid 5 out of 10. I think it's a solid 8. I love a good knotless braid myself. And so I think just for the style alone, it's getting those 5. But for the maintenance and the takeout with the maintenance, I said all I had to say about that for real. She's still though one of my favorite moments. She helped me unlock a sense of confidence, a sense of character. Every time I get my hair done, I love to say that I have a new character unlocked also. After we took out the boho, we got ourselves a nice little, these are the birthday braids, medium knotless, and a medium knotless that has been a very consistent thing for me. I got that in black, and then the time directly right after that I got a medium, but when I did this in red, as you can see, I tried, my red braids were supposed to be a boho style. If you, one second, I gotta go to the bathroom. Or not bohemian, what did I get? Is it bohemian? No, because that's just a boho. I got a like, I can't think of the name, but whatever the style this was, let me tell you, the way that the hair is put in, my hair was quite literally falling out of my head the first like 2 weeks, I want to say, that it was in. And I was texting my cousin and I was like, hey girl, this hair is coming out my head. And I'm not talking about my actual hair, I'm talking about the hair from the style. And it was a little concerning, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was a little concerning because I didn't know how long the style was gonna last, but at the time I was getting it because I was going to see Mariah the Scientist in concert, and I wanted a quick little style that I know was gonna look cute the day of the concert and I didn't have to do too much. It was really good, and even though the hair was kind of falling out, there was so much extra hair added in at the beginning that it didn't make it look crazily different or anything like that. And so because of that, I'm gonna give that style a super solid, I'm gonna say 8 out of 10. One of my favorite protective style moments. I took these really fire museum pictures with her and everything like that, and look at her. Look at that. Anyway, the style that I got next, I love to call my Sylvia. I don't have too many photos up with this hair, but this is what she looked like. It was a short braided bob situation. I've never had a braided bob, and I would definitely go back to doing it. I kind of think that I really like the way I look with short hair. I also like the way that I look with like longer hair, so I don't have a preference really either way. But I love this short bob, I really did. She was so manageable, and I really was feeling like that lady from Monsters Inc. at first and a little self-conscious about it, but then I had to tell myself, girl, you look good. That's all that mattered. Put in the Bananas Extreme Gel on top. My next protective style was, again, my tried and true, this brown colored, when my hair fades from its red, it fades into this like gingery brown that you see at the ends. And so we just had a little medium knotless. Isn't that so sickening? That's my go-to style for several reasons. 1, it's easy upkeep. 2, the versatility can be unmatched. My last style in the baddie Rolodex to discuss with you guys, undefeatable, the one who made me feel like I was her, like all the internet girl. I love a French curl. I made one faux pas though in this style, and that was getting the boho. I got a boho French curl, and everything about it had me mesmerized in love, right? Mesmerized in love, infatuated. And that lasted for really all of like 2 days. I would love to get this style again. I'm actually planning to probably in the new year get either the same length of French curl or maybe like a little shorter French curl piece, but I will not be getting the boho in it. The boho just makes it so unmanageable because it just gets really messy, and then when you go to take it out, it's so much. I will give the style on its own a solid like 13 out of 10. I'm very much so gonna get a French without a boho. That's that on that. But those are all of the styles that I have tried that I could recommend for you guys for helping to winterize your natural hair this winter. If you try any of these styles, please let me know. If you've tried any of these styles before also, let me know what your takes on them are. Let me know if you were kind of having some of those similar experiences or whatever, because I know I'm not the only one, especially with the boho thing. That's a common thing that I've heard from people. But all in all, yeah, this is my little protective style guide, honestly, for styles that I say are safe to try. All of the styles that I mentioned are not very damaging to your hair. The only one that I would be cautious of are those faux locks, because it's really hard to see where you're cutting and all that kind of stuff, and it just takes a unreasonably ungodly amount of time to take out. But other than that, yeah, I'm ready for my day, so I'm gonna put on some like actual clothes and go about the day or whatever. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Thank you guys so much for listening to me yap about hair, about natural hair. If you like any of the styles, if you've tried any of the styles, let me know below in the comments. And with all that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.